and look back at this video and be like, damn, like I really did that. Like I'm really that girl, okay? Hey babes, welcome back to my channel. Zoe here if you're new, and today I'm back with another video, and I'm so excited because babe, we're doing a whole rebrand and I'm about to give you guys the gems on how to transform your life within the next 5 months. So we are right around the corner from the middle of August, and I always consider this time frame like back to reality season. The people who are still in school are going back to school, summer vacations are ending, and I feel like this is when a lot of people have like a reality check where they're like, oh my goodness, there's 5 more months in the year, like I need to lock in if I want to accomplish all of the goals that I set forth in January by December. So today I'm going to be teaching you how to successfully rebrand yourself so that you guys can accomplish all of your goals and to hop into 2024 as a brand new you. So if you guys want to learn how to do that, definitely keep watching and subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell so you're notified every time your girl uploads a video. And yes, let's just get into it. So before you do anything at all that pertains to your rebrand, you need to do a self check-in. And let's be real with ourselves. When's the last time you looked at that goal list that you made in January of 2023? I feel like it's really hard to stay on track if you're not consistently checking in with your goals and making sure you're actually crossing things off the list. So step 1, you need to go back into those lists, you need to go back at that vision board, and you need to do a self check-in. You need to figure out, okay, what have I accomplished? And if you have accomplished anything, give yourself a pat on the back. Whether it's big or small, we all deserve to celebrate our wins. So definitely celebrate yourself if you did accomplish some things on your goal list, and definitely take note of anything that you haven't accomplished. Also, if you did not make a vision board or a goal list during the beginning of the year, this is your time to make it. It is not too late. But if you have done it, this is really your time to take stock, see what is working and what isn't working. For example, one of the things on my goal list was I want to be a little bit more responsible with my money. One way I did that this year is that I've been consistently making my own matchas at home rather than going to coffee shop to get my matcha fix. So that is something that I'm successfully doing. But you also want to take note of anything that hasn't been working. And another thing that's really important to do when you do this little self check-in is to reformat your goals if they no longer align with who you are right now. We change so often. The person that I was in January 2023 is not the person that I am today in August 2023. For example, one of the things that I wrote on my goal list in January was I wanted a promotion in my job. Little did I know I was gonna get laid off at said job later that month. Clearly that goal no longer aligns with who I am and what I want out of my life, so obviously I'm gonna reformat that because look, things change, goals change, interests change, and doing this is really, really essential so that you just know how to move moving forward in terms of your rebrand. If you try to just go into a rebrand with no plan and no type of structure, it's just gonna feel chaotic and you're not gonna get anything done. And when you do this check-in, I want to make sure that you guys do not get too hard on yourself if you have not accomplished your goals that you set forth in the beginning of the year. If you haven't done it, that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Everybody falls off on their goals. Like that, it happens, it's life. Don't be hard on yourself. Pick yourself up and say, all right, if I didn't do it earlier this year, I'm now making the active decision right this second that I'm going to accomplish everything that I have on this list. And I'm about to put y'all onto the steps to help you actually accomplish them. Okay, so step number 1, we did our self check-in. Step number 2, I call this the Purge Era, okay? We are forcefully getting rid of anything that does not align with who we want to be as our higher self. And this can mean so many different things for so many different people. A couple examples could be purging your social media. If you are following accounts that consistently promote negativity or put you in a negative headspace, unfollow them and follow people who inspire you. If you have a really cluttered space, this is the time to get rid of all of that. Do some fall cleaning. It's not just spring cleaning. Honestly, I think it's really beneficial to do a full clean out at least 2 times a year because life happens, things get accumulated. I know we all got that crazy junk drawer that we have no idea what's even in there. Go in there, reorganize it, throw anything away. If you have piles of clothes that you've been meaning to take to Goodwill, actually go take it there. This is also a good time to like invest in just some organizing things. And you know how in like when you were younger you got really excited for back to school season and you got to buy all new things, a new backpack, new notebooks, XYZ. This is a great time to do that as an adult too. Get some new organizers, get a new planner, like get things that can help you feel more organized. Like this is back to school for you as an adult. And purge season can also be backing away from relationships that no longer serve you. If you've been in a toxic relationship or situationship, if you've been hanging out with friends that really just haven't been the best for you. And all in all, this is just a really good time to rid anything that is keeping you in your comfort zone. You're in a space right now where you feel like you're not accomplishing your goals or you're not, you know, on your shit. It's because you're comfortable. When you're comfortable, you don't really have the urgency to kind of change things. We kind of just like float through life and you're just vibing. What I like to call it is being a passenger seat in your own life, letting life take us where it wants to take us, rather than like us being in the driver's seat and forcing things to move. Okay, so after step 2, once you've cleaned out your space, once you've purged all of your environment, now it's time to switch up your environment, okay? And I think this is really essential to kind of give you like a kick of motivation. That's the whole point of a rebrand. We're switching up, so we're getting rid of the old and we're bringing in the new. And when we're bringing in the new, I think it's really important to switch up your environment or your appearance to make you feel more motivated and to make you feel refreshed. So for example, switching up your environment. One thing about me, every single season, I completely switch the design of my room. So I move all of my furniture around into a completely new position. I'll usually get like a new throw blanket or pillow, or I'll get a new poster or something just to kind of switch up my environment. A lot of the times when you're constantly looking at the same thing over and over and over again, it kind of makes you feel stuck. It's going to feel very bland. There's nothing inspiring you anymore because you're used to it. So for me, I love switching up my environment. I love switching up my room. You can also switch up your appearance. You can cut or dye your hair. You can try out a new aesthetic of dressing. You can try out a new makeup look. Whatever you think your higher self would be into, this is the time to try it out. And if you don't want to do something as dramatic as switching up your room or your appearance, you can do something as simple as literally changing your screensavers. So for example, I recently made a new vision board and I made it the screensaver of my iPad. And honestly, even seeing this every day gets me like pumped up to actually get working and stuff. So setting your screensavers to affirmations or vision boards can also just give you a sense of inspiration as you move forward in your rebrand journey. Okay, step number 4, and this is probably the most important step of your rebrand, is the action that you are putting behind the goals that you are setting. Once again, if you are in your comfort zone and you are being a passenger princess in your own life, as cute as the name is, you're not actually getting things done. And how do you get things done? By creating habits and schedules that align with who you want to be in the future so that you're actually working towards accomplishing your goals. I think a common mistake that people make is that they put way too much pressure on themselves way too fast. If you want to switch your schedule completely right off the bat, a lot of the times you're going to get overwhelmed with this new lifestyle that you have not been living. With a rebrand, it's like a slow rebrand. We have 5 months to really make it to that like it girl status. Don't try to rush it, because I feel like once you rush it, you're going to be overwhelmed and you're going to be back at square one. So a really good way to combat that is called habit stacking. I actually heard about this from the book Atomic Habits. But essentially, it's adding a habit that you want to start onto something that you already do every single day. So an example of this is, say that you really want to work on your mindset and your self-love. Guess what is one thing that you do every single day? Well, I hope you do it every single day. You brush your teeth. You go wash your face. So a way of habit stacking is, as you're brushing your teeth and washing your face, you can recite mirror affirmations to yourself. That way you're actively trying to switch your mindset. You see how adding something that you want to do to something that you already do, it helps you easily incorporate something into your routine. It doesn't feel like you're starting this whole new lifestyle that you have to keep up and you have so much pressure on yourself. You're just adding something simple to something that you already do every single day, and it allows you to create that habit a lot easier. Another example would be if you're a content creator and you struggle with filming content. Say that you make coffee every single morning. Film yourself making coffee. You can even make it a signature series where every single morning you make coffee and you drop gems on life, or you talk about your niche topic. So every single time you do something that you already do, you're going to add an element onto it to help you kind of get the ball rolling so you can accomplish the goals that you want to accomplish. Another way that you can do this is through exposure therapy. It's essentially forcing yourself into fearful situations so that you can get used to them. And so an example of this is if one of your goals was that you want to get better at networking with people. So a way to combat some of the social anxiety that you might get out of the concept of networking, you can challenge yourself every single day to speak to at least one stranger. And you don't have to do too much. You don't have to tell every stranger on the street your life story. You don't have to pitch yourself to every stranger that you meet. But having a small conversation with somebody every single day is going to eventually, over time, make you more comfortable when it comes to speaking to strangers. Whatever type of exposure therapy that relates to your goals and what you want to do, and kind of force yourself out of your comfort zone. Because sometimes if you don't force yourself to do it, you're never going to do it. You know what I'm saying? Except for habits, is sometimes you just have to force yourself. I'm not going to lie. Realistically, if you think about it, if it was easy, if it was something that you didn't have to force yourself to do, you would have already been doing it. You know what I'm saying? So an example for me is, one of my big things is I wanted to take less time on social media. I wanted to limit my distractions. A way that I force myself to limit my distractions is when I wake up in the morning, the first hour of my day, I don't touch my phone. I don't answer messages. I don't go on social media. I'm not doing it, because the way that you start your day a lot of the times is how your day is going to finish. If I start my day on my phone, I'm going to constantly be grabbing for my phone all day. Another way of doing this is setting a time limit on your socials. You can do that on your iPhone if you didn't know. You can set a time limit on how long you can use certain apps. For example, if you want to start waking up earlier in the morning, you can place your phone across the room, and when the alarm goes off, you have to physically get out of bed to turn it off. That's a way to forcefully create a habit of waking up earlier in the morning. And last but not least, a really good way to create some habits is to reward yourself, okay? I think we are very simple creatures, and sometimes a reward really pushes us to do what we need to do. You have to kind of treat yourself like a kid, okay? I don't know if anybody else had this, but like my dad used to bribe me with candy and french fries when he wanted me to learn something. So a lot of the time it'll help in your adult life if you bribe yourself or reward yourself with something. For example, going to the gym, you can reward yourself with your favorite smoothie afterwards, like giving you something to look forward to post doing something that you might not necessarily actually want to do. And now that you guys have some tips and tricks on how to get the ball rolling with your habits, last but not least, my final tip is you need to start showing up as that girl. You need to wake up every single day and remind yourself that you are the main character, you are the driver in your life, you are that girl, and you need to start showing up as her. Realistically, anytime that you start going out of your comfort zone, you are going to be bombarded with so many negative thoughts because of I can't do this, imposter syndrome, this isn't for me, and you need to be prepared for that. Even if your thoughts sound like you, they're not coming from you. They're coming from your comfort zone, they're coming from your ego who tries to keep you trapped in this little bubble. I'm currently reading The Power of Now, and it speaks so much on this topic to combat all of these negative emotions that are gonna come up once you start stepping out of your comfort zone. You have to be real with yourself. The only person who's blocking your blessings is you. Period, point blank. Obviously, there's outside factors that contribute to different things, but realistically, if you want to get the ball rolling, the only person who can push it is you. You can't sit here and say, oh, I'm just gonna manifest it and it'll be okay. Babe, you have to take aligned action with your manifestations. You can't be like, I'm gonna be a millionaire and do absolutely nothing. Like, at least go buy a Powerball ticket. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, do something to give the universe a way to actually provide you with what you're asking for. If you're just saying whatever and expecting it to fall in your lap without any plan or action behind it, it's just not gonna happen. Here, I'm so lucky, everything works out for me. Keep those affirmations, keep the law of assumption, keep doing that. But manifestation and aligned action will get you your manifestations much quicker. That higher version of yourself that you're striving for, at the end of the day, it is you. Like, that's already you. It's already written in stone. It's already who you are capable of being. You wouldn't have the emotion or the passion behind actually achieving what you want to do if you weren't capable of doing it, period. But you have to take the aligned action and make sure that you have the mental processing of that person and get in those moments where you're feeling lazy or you're feeling unmotivated or you feel like you don't want to do it. Instead of sitting here and falling victim to those mentalities, you can sit here and be like, all right, well, what would my higher self do? So if your higher self goes to the gym every single day, but you're feeling lazy and you don't want to do it, what would your higher self do? Would your higher self be like, oh, I'm feeling lazy, whatever? No, she would go to the gym. She'd be like, you know what? This is going to make me feel better. I'm going to go to the gym. I'll reward myself after. That's what she would do. So you want to show up as that person consistently. When you start falling back into those patterns of your comfort zone and what you feel and letting your ego take over, that's when you need to snap into it and be like, actually, I am that girl. Me having these feelings, me having these passions, I am already her. I'm her. I'm not gonna let my comfort zone and my ego and my mindset take me off track from what I am destined to do. So you have to show up as that girl. You are that girl. You watching this video, you are that girl. You just have to start showing up as her, period. So if you combine all of these things, your self-check-in, your purge, your habits, your environment, and your mindset, and showing up as that girl, I promise you within the next couple months, you absolutely will become the girl of your dreams or the boy of your dreams. I keep saying that, girl. It can be a boy watching this too, and you are that boy. You are that man. You are that guy. Okay? You are him. All right? You're Himothy, Himi Hendrix. All right, I'm getting off track now. But you guys understand what I'm saying. Doing all of these things actively and being a proactive driver in your life and not a passenger princess is going to transform your life for the better. And I'm so excited for you guys to go on this journey. I'm also going on this journey right now. I'm doing like a whole rebrand, and I'm gonna be showing a lot of like the different things that I'm doing on my TikTok. So definitely follow me on there. I made it to the end of this video. I love you, and I'm so happy for your expansion and this progress that you're about to make. I'm so excited for you. Comment down below what one of your goals are that you want to accomplish by the end of this year. I want to know. Let's start a dialogue. Like, let's chat about it, okay? Because I'm on this journey with you guys too, and I'm so excited for us to lock in and look back at this video and be like, damn, like I really did that. Like, I'm really that girl, okay? Period. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a video. And yes, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.